Laugh out loud, it's the place to be, where geeky minds meet so naturally. From pixel legends to blockbuster heart, dive right in, let's set this vibe apart.
Hey, everybody, laugh out loud and be filled with joy when you go and read the comments on our videos for Hellboy.
Oh, yeah. You're getting some love over there.
I gotta say, I did like the one that was, what was it, where we gave it thumbs down, but then that one person said something about like, this one is much better than the second one. So it's like, okay, so we'll take watching the second one off the list.
Like, that's a hell of an endorsement.
That's like looking out for us.
It's like, hey man, why'd you hit me in the face? It's like, well, I could have hit you in the balls. Oh, okay, that's better. That's better.
Exactly.
Oof.
Oh, so next week is going to be an interesting week because we're coming up to Halloween. And we decided we're going to do a little bit of a fun thing for Halloween, which we have 3 movies set up already. But before we decided, we were each going to pick one movie. And we weren't going to tell each other what it was until the episode before Halloween.
Now, what if it's the same movie?
If it's the same movie, we got problems.
Well, then if it's the same movie, then we just both, we just watch that one movie and then we'll just have one less movie to do.
We watch it twice.
You watch it twice.
Yes.
Or if there's a different version of it, like in another country, we have to go find that and watch that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but so what I'm saying is that we were going to reveal what that movie is to each other, because Ben has no idea what mine is. I have no idea what his is, on the episode before the Halloween weekend. Or maybe say before the Sunday before Halloween. Well, guess what?
That's it.
That episode's here.
We're here.
So it's time.
It's time. It's movie reveal time.
And the good news is that you're going to find out as well, too, when we're finding out. Well, sort of, because we'll have already recorded this. Yeah. But you can pretend like we're not recording this at the time we did, and that we're sitting in your living room doing. That's kind of creepy, actually. Don't think of us sitting in your living room.
You're sitting in our living room.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hold on. We don't want you in our living room.
You are banging on the windows outside our house.
Yes, you're like Leonardo DiCaprio when he's in that movie. What's the one where he's getting chased by Tom Hanks?
Titanic.
No. Titanic. Catch Me If You Can. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can, where he's outside his mother's house looking at her ideal, life that she's living right now, and he's like, he wishes he could be part of it. And then the girl in the window and he waves at her. That's you looking at us.
Dude, you never know. You could see Titanic and have Tom Hanks banging on one of the ports outside the boat, trying to get in.
The thing is sinking.
He's like, let me in, let me in.
I know how to survive a crash. Yeah. All right. So who's going to reveal theirs first?
Okay, we'll go alphabetically. But wait, catch that. We'll go alphabetically by last name.
It's still me.
It is. It really is. Go for it, Ben.
It's like, all right. I'm just making sure I got everything set up here so I can go into a good window. And I have to remember how to do this, even though I've only done. Oh, it doesn't have to be time actually.
I'm gonna close my eyes. So tell me when it's up and going.
Are you kidding me? Do I have to restart for this? It's already picked. You stupid thing. All right. You ready?
Yes. Tell me when to open them.
Go ahead. You see it?
Wishmaster.
Yeah. The Wishmaster. I'm going to play the trailer. I'm going to mute it. But this here is a 1997 movie. And basically, the original legend of like genie in a bottle and all that, it originally was like about an evil genie, and that's what this is about. It's an evil genie. It will grant your wishes, but in the worst possible way.
Isn't there a lot of Wishmasters?
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they only need to see the first 2. If you feel like you need to see any of them, because 3 and 4 aren't that good. But the first 2 have this one guy who he's like the best. This guy right here, he's like the best of all the jinns, they call them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this is like one of the things, like, if you make a wish with this guy, you better word it like exactly how you want it. It's like, oh, I wish I didn't have to go to work today, and then you get a phone call that like the place where you work, like the place blew up or something. That's how he grants his wishes. So yeah, so that is your movie, The Wishmaster, a Wes Craven film.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So that is let me stop sharing. And now is your turn to reveal.
Here is for mine. It's my birthday. I don't have to pick the phone for this.
If the what?
All I'm saying first off for my pick, it's my birthday, and I don't have to pick up the phone.
It's your birthday, and you don't have to pick up the phone. I'm assuming those are line, so I have to close my eyes.
Go ahead and close your eyes.
Okay.
And you should be good now. You ready?
Yep.
And it's going.
Well, we didn't pick the same film. That's good.
We did not.
So this is Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day.
Oh, hello.
We are going to have fun with this. Have you heard of this movie?
No.
Oh, this is one that I have a feeling that you are going to enjoy, because I definitely did, and I am looking forward to talking about this one. Do you have any idea what this is about?
I'm assuming it's the day the girl dies.
It is the day the girl dies. However, there is a catch to it. See, she dies, and look at that.
Oh, so this is like True Calling. Okay.
Yes.
Which you've never seen True Calling, but this is a similar thing. It's like Groundhog Day is the one that most people know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is going to be next week for you, and we're going to have a darn good time. So there it is. Happy Death Day.
Cool. All right. So it's going to be next week will be Death Day and The Wishmaster. I'm not going to say versus because this is not a competition. These are both, movies that we're picking because we like them. And then a smorgasbord of other stuff, as we have 3 anthology films that we did. So they are 10 stories on 3 different movies containing 10 stories. That's why they're anthologies. And it is, I don't care what order we do them in next week. I want to do Cat's Eyes in the middle.
Okay.
So it's Cat's Eyes, Stephen King's Cat's Eyes, along with Tales from the Dark Side and The Twilight Zone, the movie, which The Twilight Zone, the movie, is a collection of episodes redone for the movie. So if you wanted to watch those movies and listen to us and be like, what are these guys even talking about? I thought that was great, or that thing sucked, or right on, you guys have it. Go right ahead, and then you could play along in the comments and tell us what you think.
Or if you want to go against us and say that everything is completely original, even though we disagree with you, and then ask for other media that is similar, and when given that other media that's similar, say that it's not similar any other way and that yours is original, go for it.
As you can tell, the sound Mike's voice, the tone of Mike's voice, he's getting over a sickness, and because he had extra time because he was sick and couldn't go to work, he spent it in the comment section.
Yes. Yeah, it's been okay. So that's actually something I'm going to talk about. Since it is Halloween, I'm going to encourage everybody to not go to Cold Stone and get boo batter. So this is essentially what happened to me and why I sound like this. On the 5th of October, I went to Cold Stone and they had a taco, ice cream taco, which I wanted to try. I've never had an ice cream taco. I missed the Choco Taco chance. They used boo batter, which is birthday cake ice cream with I don't know if it's a black dye or I'm reading maybe blue and green dye mixed together. But I ate the whole thing and I'll say it was good. Tuesday rolls around right before I'm going to go to work that day. And we're going to be seriously gross. I had to drop some big ones and I did. And as I got up and got ready to leave, I noticed it was striped black.
like a zebra.
Yes, it really was. And as soon as I was done there, I came to my desk to work. I instantly had back pain on my left side, like right where my kidney is.
Yep.
And I couldn't sit. And so I had to I had to tell them I can't work today because there's no way I can sit at my desk and do work. I then walked the house for a while because I couldn't really sit down. I tried to like get hot water in my back. That didn't work. Finally, I started eating a cucumber and the pain went away. It was really weird. So that was Tuesday.
A cucumber, you say?
Yeah, cucumber.
Were you drinking water as well?
Yes, I was.
Okay, then so yeah, that helped then a little bit. So that sounds like, yeah, it sounds to me, and I am not a medical professional at all, not even close, but I've had enough stuff with me happen that I know it's something. And I'm guessing, and I think one thing we talked about this is that your body was having trouble digesting something, probably the dye you're talking about, and it was hitting your kidneys, and your kidneys were like, "What is this?" And you probably were a little also dehydrated. Might have been part of it.
We're just getting started though.
Yeah.
So Wednesday through Friday, basically. After that, whenever I dropped some D's, they would be completely black and the water would turn green. And I looked this up online, and this is a common issue with boo batter. So that ended on Friday. Saturday morning, I wake up, and right after I go to the bathroom for this first moment, instant back pain again, all the way wrapping around my side to the middle of my stomach. And this lasts for about 3 hours until I finally vomit. And then I felt better. I mean, I was at enough pain where I was almost going to the emergency room. I talked with the doctor. The doctor's like, well, I don't know why eating or vomiting makes it better. So Sunday rolls around. I wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom. I have the pain instantly again, but it's like a 2, maybe. It's nothing major. So I went and I ate something and it went away. Monday rolls around and I go to the bathroom and I have the pain again. And it's probably about a 5 or 6 at this point. However, and this is why my voice sounds like this, I felt a little bit nauseous, but every single time I went to throw up, I would dry heave. I could feel like stuff almost coming up. And this pain went on for like 4 hours. And I was doing this every like 5 to 10 minutes. So I definitely did a number on my throat. And finally, I went out and I had to drive to the store, which I was in a lot of pain when I did. It was like the worst 3-minute drive of my life. I drove to Rally's so that I could pick up some yogurt and pick up some soup. And I drove back and I got the yogurt and the soup and ate some, and I instantly felt better. Now, also, I had called the doctor because I vomited a little, and then on the call with the nurse, she put me on hold, and everything came up at that point.
Ooh.
But that did take away the pain. So this is all because of boo batter. So I would encourage you, I don't mind you, if you want to go to Cold Stone, go to Cold Stone. Don't get the boo batter.
No boo batter.
No boo batter at all.
Gotcha.
The boo batter turns into poo batter and turns into, hey, stomach, screw you batter.
Yeah. What you gonna do about her?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's all right. Well, thank you for that update there, brother. What you
Yep.
gonna do?
I did it so you don't have to. I did it. Whoever Mike did it so you don't have to.
I went and I really I love gummy candy, and I had like a big bag. I forget it. I think it was Haribo, but it was like U.S. Haribo. Not the German Haribo is better if you've ever had it. But I like U.S. Haribo, and I had like a gigantic bag of it, and I think I ate like the whole bag in one sitting,
Mhm.
and I had trouble, not as bad as you did, but I've had something very similar. Like not the pain was into my kidney. My pain was just that I couldn't. It got stuck somewhere in the intestinal tract,
Woohoo.
and it just wasn't really moving.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just went and I just drank like a ton of water and whatever. Like I did stuff that make me have to go, and
Yeah.
that helped. Those
Exactly.
if you ever need to, you just gotta mix a base with an acid. What's the one you take? It's ice cream and apple juice. So you have some ice cream to coat your stomach, and then you have apple juice. Then the two of them together, they make that science happens. And
I did. I like that. You're mixing the ice cream and the apple juice into my head. I hear, I've been really trying, baby. I'm so long. Well, I screwed that song up, but you get the idea.
yeah. All right. So we are talking about gaming tonight.
We are talking about gaming, which we normally do at the end of the month, but because of Halloween movies, we're moving it up.
Yeah.
And this is going to be an interesting topic because this was probably after we saw the Watch Us Die last week. I'm sure Ben's got a whole lot of topics or a whole lot of games to mention for this one.
Well, I was under the understanding that these were games that are supposed to be scary but aren't.
It's both. It could be a good horror game, it could be a bad horror game, or it could be a horror game that's either good or bad, but it's definitely not hitting the mark for being a horror game.
All right. When do you want to do the one that everybody knows we're gonna do?
Well, I'll kick it off because I probably have more than you do.
Oh, you definitely have more than I do. You're the gamer. So
And I'm going to kick it off here with this isn't the one that gave me the idea for this, but this is one that you're expecting to see. You'll be surprised if you don't see this one, basically.
yep,
So here comes the first one. You ready, Ben?
I'm ready.
All right, get ready to scream, Ben, because here's what we got.
All right, tell me what we got. Here's our first one. This one that everybody's just
Dreadout 2. Dreadout 2, the masterpiece of the Dreadout series. Now, the Dreadout
What is this being played on? Look at these graphics.
This is on Steam probably or Switch or something.
Oh, they had this on Switch? Okay, I can see this being a Switch game with you.
Yeah.
Okay. It looked like this is a modern PC and like this is an older game, but okay.
Here's where you want to sit down and figure this out. There's 3 games to the Dreadout series. Dreadout 2 is the 3rd game to the series.
Yes.
That's because Ben played the second one last week, which was Keeper to the Dark, which is part of Dreadout 1. It happens about 3/4 into Dreadout 1. Now, I ended up getting Dreadout.
Your game at your bed, like in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, well, this takes place in Indonesia, and you can run around the city.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I will say this. I did go back because I mean, if anybody saw my edit last week for the Let's Play, I think I did a pretty good job. I had to rewatch it obviously, and it actually, for what it is not a bad game. It's actually really good. I've never been. I only played a little, like when I say a little bit, I mean like 5 minutes of Fatal Frame. But yeah, I can kind of see like it's got a lot of the Fatal Frame. I mean, with the camera, you know.
yeah. Well, and that's funny because the one you played, I would say, is definitely the worst in the series and not necessarily necessary to play.
Well, the side story from the looks of it, right?
Yeah, well, it's a middle story. It's not an important part of the story. It's just kind of like it's like DLC basically.
It's like if you ever wanted to watch the Jason Bourne movies in proper order, one of them takes place in the middle of the second movie. The third movie takes place in the middle of the second movie, so you literally would have to watch half the second movie, stop it, watch the third movie, and then go back to the second movie.
Well, that's what Resident Evil 3 does. Resident Evil 3 takes place, I believe it's 24 hours prior to and 24 hours after Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, that's so weird. And it's like it's but then again, you get like, they did a prequel trilogy for Star Wars and they had to go and set all that stuff up and somehow they were able to do it.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's the same thing, but you're first you're setting up the previous game and then you're taking off from the previous game.
Yeah. So I really highly recommend this game. This one's going to fall in the good survival horror character or category because I don't know if we mentioned this, but there's 3 categories we're talking about. We have the good, the bad, and the not so scary.
The good, bad, and the not so scary. Yep. And Mike, I'm sure that all the games I'm going to mention, which are not going to be many of them, but the ones I'm going to mention, I'm sure you've played all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of jump around here. I'm just gonna jump to something else. So yeah, and actually here's an example of where there you get to run around the city, so you get to kind of see what it looks like there.
Mm.
So it's got some pretty cool aspects and getting this free, like when I got this free, I went back and that's when I bought the first Dreadout and Keeper to the Dark, and I played the first Dreadout and got about halfway through it and dropped it. Then I played Keepers of the Dark for like an hour and dropped it. And I'm like, okay, so Dreadout 2, I'm not going to get anywhere probably into. And I started playing it and absolutely loved it. And so I went back and finally did Dreadout and Keepers of the Dark recently and got through those. But yeah, this is definitely worth picking up, especially if it goes back on free on Amazon Prime again.
Mm. Yeah, it's. I guess I think I don't like horror games a heck of a lot because it's like I'm not into big into jump scares and they always throw fucking jump scares. They're always in there.
Yeah.
Even that shitty one for Sega CD, they put jump scares in that one too. Which has Vincent Scarelli in it. Anyways, somebody's like yelling at their like, "Yeah, don't you say the name of the thing?" Good, I don't remember it.
Hopefully someone will leave a comment. And actually, that game's called blah blah blah. I have the only copy of it left in the history of the world.
It's on 3DO, 32X, Sega CD. What is it called? It's a light gun style game. It's a shooter. You played it, dude. You told me you thought it sucked.
Was it a Crypt Keeper or something like that? Crypt Chaser? Rap Eater? I don't know.
I have Google right in front of me and I'm not using it. Oh, let me get my assistant out because actually it'll be easier to ask the ChatGPT this. Okay, so I'm looking for Vincent Scarelli was in this. I can't spell his name.
Corpse Killer.
That's it.
Boom.
Mike.
I knew I was close to Crypt. I was getting there.
Yeah, Corpse Killer. I forget why I brought that up. Why did I bring up Corpse Killer? Well, I can bring it up as a game that's not very scary, but it does have.
Yeah, let me stop sharing now, so that you can take over.
Okay, so I don't know how to do my browser here and make sure that the sound's off, so the sound might come on for this. If it does, I'll just like hit it off.
Oh, are you using YouTube?
Yeah.
Then just mute YouTube.
Okay. Oh, it's already muted because I muted the last video. Okay. Let's go and get into some gameplay. So actually, I'm going to talk about Corpse Killer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a second to find the thing. I don't know why I'm not faster with this. Sorry, folks. Here it is. You see it?
Yes, I do.
This must be this is the 25th anniversary re-release. which I actually have a copy of on Steam. I haven't played much of this, but I did watch like through the videos of it, and yeah, it's supposed to be the scary zombie movie thing, and it sucks. It just sucks. It's horrible. If
That
you
falls into the bad.
what's that?
That falls into the bad.
Oh yeah, This is the definition of the bad. Um, this game here though, like there's Vincent Scarelli right there. He's the zombie doctor, I think, the voodoo doctor, and he's the one who's like causing. I think he's the bad guy in this.
Mhm.
And you're fighting off the zombie apocalypse from happening.
That looks tasty what he's making.
Yeah, that's some. You remember when we were kids? They had the Ghostbusters green Kool-Aid. It was like ectoplasm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never had it though, because it probably would have done the same thing that Cold Brew.
I think it did to me. I've had it before where I went to the bathroom and it was green. I've had that before.
See, I hate the fact that I'm one of those people that like I look at something like, ooh, you have triple berry, chicken, mint, chocolate, prune juice flavor ice cream. I gotta try that. And Maria's like, I'll take vanilla. Dude, those graphics are crazy, man. Those guys, I love the guys like he's like moonwalking or something or breakdancing while he's walking.
You do see the problem with this though, is that it looks so fake because they weren't planning for it to look this clear.
Yeah.
So they allowed for, don't worry about it if it looks like shit. It's gonna look once it gets compressed, it'll look fine.
Those kids won't notice.
They won't notice. It's like that one movie where when we did Clash of the Titans, and Clash of the Titans was not designed to be shown in 4K.
Exactly.
Or in HD or whatever. Yeah, it's like when you clean it up, it ruins something.
Exactly.
But that's yeah. So
well, I don't know if they did maybe like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a remake, but a remaster of it. Maybe they could clean it up now.
What you talking about for Clash of the Titans?
No, for Corpse Killer.
This is the remake. Oh, this is the remaster.
It is.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying but they didn't make the special effects any better. So
okay, now I understand. Okay, I was thinking that was the original that I was looking at.
Oh no, I'm just saying like this was designed with the limitations in mind, and the limitations aren't there anymore.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's suffering from us having better technology.
I thought you were talking about like when they made it way back in the day.
Oh yeah, no, when they did it back in the day, this was supposed to be on tape. This was supposed to be a VCR game. They were trying at one point to make VCRs into video game consoles.
Oh yeah.
And they were in every single household. So it was like my mom did she did work for somebody who she used to go and like help out at households where they had somebody who was like mentally disabled. You know, it would most probably be known as somebody who was retarded. And we went to this one house, and the kid had he had the video game system that you hook up to your VCR. So I have played one of those, and it is just shit. The closest I would, if you want to do it, if you've ever played Captain Power, because I played that too. I used to love Captain Power. You ever played Captain Power?
No.
Okay, so Captain Power was this collection of toys. And these toys went along with these videotapes, along with a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, in my case, television show. And the way that there was a light that they had in the show, it was a live action show mixed with like at the time like CGI and animation and all that to make it look like it's a 3D world, but it was very low budget, and you can tell. And you're supposed to take your toy, and your toy has a trigger on it, and you either have one of the good guy toys or the bad guy toys, and you're supposed to fire at the proper ones, and it kept score on it. And then the TV would send out a signal, and if it caught the signal, if you didn't like move your thing out of the way or hit the fender, or forget what it was, you could do it a way to defend it, but if you didn't do it in time, you took a hit.
Yeah.
or you could hit them, but you had to keep score yourself because it's a video, and the video is always going to be the same.
Yeah.
And there were 3 Captain Power tapes. I had 2 of them with one of the toys, or I might have had 2 of the toys. And I really that was like the only VCR like game really that, I mean, there was a wrestling one I got into as well. That wasn't that one was a board game that had the videotape, but those were like the only time I ever really got into like VCR games. And this here was supposed to, and the reason I'm bringing this up, going around full circle, is that Corpse Killer, which we're still watching footage of, was supposed to be a VCR.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. And the one I played at the guy's house, that one was like you were a jet fighter. You were like, and you're supposed to shoot all these other jets, and this thing would actually keep score for you. And if you got hit, it would take a point off. And it was like, it was basically the same thing as the Captain Power thing, except there was a whole nother machine that you added to your VCR. Yeah, it was and for what it sucked. I mean, I am trying to think of something nice to say about it, and there's not like this. You play it one time, and unless you're a child, you have it figured out.
Yeah. So Corpse Killer, I would play this while listening to like Vanilla Ice or listening to Thriller on repeat. That feels like it should be the music that is playing when you're shooting those guys that, I don't know, they look like they're dancing to Thriller or something. I mean, it just makes sense.
For me, I'm not even close to the song. Okay. I think it's Sony. I think Sony owns the Michael Jackson songs right now. I don't know. Well, anyways, that is mine. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
We saw one of the guys get saved, and you heard my entire history of VCR games as far as I know it.
Okay, so for me, I'm now going to one that's going to classify under the bad. And when I got into Resident Evil, I got into the survival horror genre so hard, I was picking up everything that you could possibly think of. That was a Resident Evil clone. Pretty much until this. And this kind of made me go, I don't know if I want to go any further in this world. And that would be this game right here. Countdown Vampires. So Countdown Vampires, this was that.
Countdown Vampires, hear this song. Do-da, do-da, da-da. Okay, go ahead.
We'll talk about this game on another episode as well, too. But just know that it's such a Resident Evil ripoff. But of course, instead of zombies, you're dealing with vampires, I think. I don't know. And all these other weird creatures that, and the best part, this goes like on the casino strip club. See, like he's going up to the pool for the strip club right now.
Shake it, baby.
Yeah. So see, there it is right there.
Shake it, baby.
So we'll just kind of jump around and see what else we get. And yeah, so that would be one of the vampires, I guess, he's fighting the casino. Oh, she's getting back up, but she doesn't last long. Yeah, I think I got probably halfway through this game, and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous crap that I've ever seen for a survival horror game. And it's like freaking 2 discs.
Jeez.
So once you get through the first disc of punishment, you got 1 more disc to go. So, but I'll get back to this more when we get to another topic that we have coming up in, I think it's next month or 2, because this is going to be also the reason why that topic came into existence.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now. And now it's all yours.
So this one here, I actually got it on PlayStation 3 as a PS1 classic, and I haven't really played it much, but I remember being over at my buddy's house like years and years ago, and he was playing it on his PS1 back when PS1 was still, PlayStation, like before there was a 2. And this one is, I'm going to go back to the title screen real quick so we can see the title screen. And I hit pause for some reason. Where am I? Where is it? There you go. It's Tecmo is part of the name. It's really weird. It's called Tecmo Deception.
Yes, I know the Deception series very well.
And
I knew, like, when I saw the guy on the throne, I knew exactly what game it was.
And from what I gather, because I'm pulling off a memory here, because like I said, I own it, but I haven't really played it. You're like a vampire, and then you're inviting people over and setting traps for them, or they're coming over to kill you. That's what it is. They're invading you, and you're trying to defend your castle.
Yeah, I think it was. I know it's like there are satanic references in this game and blah blah blah. So I don't remember if you're a vampire or not in it.
No, you are. You're a vampire. You're the bad guy. You are the bad guy in it.
Oh, I know you are.
Yeah.
Because I've actually I played all. There's 3 of them, and then there was Trapped on PlayStation 2. I absolutely loved Deception 3, and I got so hard into it that I was like, I found infinite traps to where I could, like, pull a guy to the wall, trap him, with the feet, and then roll a boulder over him, and then the trap for the wall will have re-triggered by then, so I could just keep doing that to them. And I had my whole plan out for the house that I was in. 2 and 3 are much different because they're not first person; they're third person.
Ah. Yeah, I don't remember which version he was playing. I think it was the first one, and I was on the PlayStation Store and I saw it, and I'm like, okay, let me grab it. I had to go and like look a video up first to make sure it was the game I was thinking it was. He might have had one or the other one, but I do remember the premise, and the premise was that like you are the bad guy and you're not inviting, but people are coming to your castle and you're killing them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was Deception 2 or 3 then. Yeah. But yeah. I from what you're saying and what he told me, this would go under the good pile.
What's this would go to? What was that?
I think this would go under good.
Yeah, and is that where you put it?
Sure.
Are you sure?
On my limited time with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting style of gameplay. The trap thing is not really not anything new, but just kind of the way the game works is. And when you get to, I think, 2 and 3, you can start developing like new traps based off the traps you have. So like you can unlock a hammer, and then when you get the ability to use like thunder, you can then turn it into this thunder hammer that electrocutes the people when they hit them.
So here's Deception 2, and then
Yeah.
look up Deception 3.
Deception 3 was definitely my love.
Huh? I'm trying to get to a point where for when the gameplay, I can't get out of the cutscenes.
You were actually right on. So that's where they're making a trap. And I remember I had one that was a push wall into a spring floor that send the person into because there's hazards in the house that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
So I spring wall them into a pillar of swirling blades, and then if I time it right, they would then I could hit them with a hammer as they were flying through the air, and just do massive damage to them.
Look at this improvement in the graphics, though. So this is part 3, and then if we go back at part 2, that's kind of like how 3 does, just not as clean. But then you go to part 1, and it's like it's so different.
Yeah, it's very different.
It looks so much like you could just see like how much better everything got over the years as they learned how to work the power of the PlayStation 1. But there you go.
All right, so I'm going back to the good list, and eventually someone was going to get to this series. I'm going to get to it now.
All right, here's the big series everybody's been waiting for. All right, there we go.
Resident Evil.
Oh, I was hoping you'd still tease that one. I was hoping you'd do something else now.
Sorry.
I mean, tease the whole episode that we were going to do Resident Evil. Okay, go ahead.
No, this one's worth doing because I was big on Resident Evil when it started, but when Resident Evil 4 came out, for me it went to crap. It was not my thing, and I then completely stopped playing Resident Evil. I then just recently picked up a Humble Bundle did a Resident Evil bundle that had like everything Resident Evil.
Mm.
So I picked that up and I was going through them and it was like I was like, okay, 4, this game sucks. I don't want to play any more of this. I played a couple hours. 5, I got through it, but I didn't like it. 6, I got an hour in and I hated it. 7, I did 2 hours. I didn't like it. Village, I did like an hour and I'm like, this is the same as 7. I just don't like this. And I'm like, I bought this bundle and there's nothing in here that I'm really wanting to stick to. And then this game happened. Resident Evil Revelations 2. So Resident Evil Revelations 2 is this is kind of like where it feels like it's going back to that cheesy type of feel that Resident Evil had, but it's still doing it in a modern style. And it actually brings Barry back to the story, the game. So you do actually get to play as Barry. I think more to there. So there's Barry.
Mm.
So, and I don't know what it was, but the Revelation series is so much better than the main series, except for I do want to mention the first Revelations game. I felt like I was playing a G.I. Joe game more than a Resident Evil game. But this one brought back that tension and that whole Resident Evil feel. So I got through this and I absolutely love this one. Now I'm not going to go on with the Resident Evil series, but I'm definitely holding on to this one. So this one definitely goes in the good category. And I think what's funny is that this one is not looked at as a good Resident Evil game, which is usually common when I like a game. It's like, oh, that one was hated, and it's like, okay, well, I thought it was fun, so whatever. So I don't know how far you went in the Resident Evil series. Did you pick up that bundle, by the way?
I did. I did like Revelations 1. I didn't play Revelations 2, but I thought Revelations 1 was nice because it felt to me like it was a kind of a back to form almost. Of kind of going back to how, like, what I liked about Resident Evil versus, everything being like, just shoot people, keep shooting, shoot
Yeah.
some more.
Well, the Revelations 1, the problem I had with Revelations 1 was that you had to scan so much stuff.
Mm.
And I didn't like scanning. I wanted to have that running and have that survival horror feel to it. So, although it did a nice job of giving the survival horror by being on the boat. So you felt kind of confined that way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but give this one a try because this one is actually pretty good. At least I think it's pretty good.
Cool.
So, all right, let me stop sharing now. And you are up, senor.
We're just like flying through this.
That's okay. I got a good list.
All right. Well, you just used up one of mine. Unless we can go back to Resident Evil.
No, go back to Resident Evil. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that now though. Deep into the darkness, entering long, I stood there, wandering, fearing, doubting. Edgar Allan Poe. What game am I talking about? Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. I only rented this like one time from my GameCube back when GameCube was like one of the main systems. And this game was notorious. I am sharing, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. This game was notorious for having issues magically show up with your system. Maybe like, oh, your memory card is not working and your memory card is hooked up, or all of a sudden your controller would stop working and your controller is working and stuff like that. And then when the game was it was supposed to be psychological.
Mm-hmm.
And have you noticed that there's been a remake or people calling for a sequel?
Yeah.
No, there hasn't really been like a sequel made. They never made a sequel to it. This is when Nintendo was trying to become adult.
Mm-hmm.
So they got like exclusive Resident Evil games, which Capcom actually eventually weaseled out of the full contract because the GameCube wasn't doing well. And then when I say weasel, I don't know exactly what they did, but they found a way to get out of exactly what the contract was supposed to be. And then Nintendo released this one here, Eternal Darkness, and it's like this was also released with an M rating, and it's just Nintendo, you're a family people console system thing. This is you trying to take something that didn't bring you to the dance. I kind of wish Eternal Darkness wasn't a Nintendo game because it probably would have done better if it was released on other systems. But I don't remember much playing it, which tells me more than I need to know that it wasn't that good of an experience.
So you're putting this in the bad?
I would say in the bad.
Ooh, that sucks because I would put this so hard in the good.
I never played it enough, so you played this and liked it then.
I played through this, yeah. And okay, but there's a problem with this, is that this game has brought in more profanity out of my mouth than any other game before. And it revolves around like one of the characters that you play as. There is probably about a third to halfway through, no, maybe a half to 2/3 way through the game. There's a chapter where you play at this guy, he's like a big guy. And I would be running and I would just be like, run, you effer, run, just screaming it at my TV. And my girlfriend at the time, who didn't have the cleanest mouth anyway, would just be like, you need to calm down that language.
Geez, I must be bad if you're telling me. And then she got even more angry.
No, I mean, it was this game. It's a very different game than I guess what you'd expect from a Nintendo system. And I mean, it's a very different game in general because they want to do the whole psychological thing. And yeah, like there's, I think your screen can melt or something, your head can fall off. It's just like all this random crazy stuff can happen during the game.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's what I heard.
Yeah. So I loved it. It's fine you didn't love it. I loved it though.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like a game that's more down your alley, anyways, because you played all these horror games.
Yeah. And this is kind of like I think it's like you could correct me if I'm wrong. Assassin's Creed before there was Assassin's Creed, because you're constantly changing bodies.
Well, yeah, but Assassin's Creed, you do that from game to game. But yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like jumping between body to body in each different chapter. And like going over a different, I don't know if it's span of time or area. It's been a long time since I played it, but it's one of those weird, and then you're putting the whole puzzle together.
Mm.
So I mean, if you jump to another chapter right now, you'd see it's like a different character you're playing as and a different era or something.
Oh, okay. Yep. Fighting some skeletons. It looks like with a sword from Final Fantasy.
Not too big enough for the Final Fantasy sword, but yeah,
Okay, it's close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough for government work.
exactly.
So yeah, that's Eternal Darkness, Mike. I guess I guess I'm missing out on this, which I'm glad.
I'm sure maybe we'll do it for Watch Ben Die sometime.
Yeah, I had it for like a one night game rental from like Blockbuster, so
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of time with it. So yeah, I mean to stop sharing my screen.
And okay, I was gonna say before you do, I think the screen was tilted because of the sanity level or something. I don't remember though, but it looked like a sanity level is pretty low.
Mm.
All right, so we'll move on. I'm gonna get to one that's not so scary. However, I'm gonna preface it by saying this is a really good game. It's just not so scary. And that would be this one here, Heaven Dust. And there's actually 2 Heaven Dust games right now. And I think a third one's on the way. This is an indie game. And once it plays, you'll see that it's a survival horror game, very much like Resident Evil, because you got herbs and you got the gun and all that stuff. Except it's like kind of like a almost overhead view. It's got a little bit of tilt to it. But as you can see, you're fighting zombies just like you would in Resident Evil. However, it's very cartoony looking.
This actually looks like a cartoon version of Resident Evil.
Exactly. Then that's kind of how it plays. It's not a long game. I think it took me like 2 hours or so to beat this. But it's so much fun that it doesn't matter that it's not scary. It's a blast to play. Now there is a second one. The second one's longer. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can bring that one up really quick. And you'll see it plays basically the same. But this one took me probably about 4 times the amount of time to actually beat this one than the first one. However, I love the first one a lot more than this. And this is another one we'll talk about that shares similarities to my problem with Countdown Vampires. So this one will probably be addressed in the future episode as well too. But I think you can probably pick these up off of Steam for a pretty good deal. I got the Heaven Dust 2 was free on Amazon Prime, and that's how I found this series. Because when I did, I just went back and got Heaven Dust for I think $2 or something like that. And getting 2 hours out of a $2 game, that's worth it to me. So, well, all right, so I'll stop sharing now, and you're up.
I think I'm kind of done.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot to begin with. I was gonna do. I don't want to do Resident Evil again because you did that already. So it's kind of.
Well, if there's a specific Resident Evil, go for it.
I was gonna do it as a series.
Oh, you can talk about the series, man. Go for it.
That's all right. I'm also I kind of want to let's start winding down too. So if you got any more, we could finish them up with those and take it home.
Yeah, dude, I got more. I always got more on this because I loved the survival horror series. Okay, so we'll just do another one here. Boom. D2. Now, did you ever play D?
No.
Okay, so D was a full motion video type of game. Oh, I didn't get D2. Oh, maybe I should do this. D2 is kind of sort of the same, but you're out in the snow and you get an action. When you get to action, it's like a first person on spot shooter. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm sure you'll see a fight pretty soon. This was actually a 4-disc Dreamcast game.
Sheesh.
And I will say that this is probably one of my favorite game characters of all time is this character in this game. It's interesting because you're basically in like what looks like a business attire running through the snow because you're in the middle of like a plane crash had happened. And you can actually hunt animals for meat. And you saw it changes when you go to the action mode, but also when you go inside of a building, the game changes gameplay. Oh, see, they're going to hunt right now. It changes gameplay as well to where it's like a first person, almost like the full motion video type where you have hot spots in the room that you can go to and find items and solve puzzles. And there is some crazy stuff that you'll see in this game. Let me see if we can find one of the bosses here really quick. I mean, the game is just nuts. As you can see, this is a full long playthrough, and it's got quite a bit to it since it's 4 discs. So, but I think one of the best parts is like one of the characters, like they blossom, but it's a duplicate of them. Mm-hmm. So like it's their body that becomes a monster. However, they're still alive and they end up killing it. And they walk over it and she makes a comment like, I never thought I'd have to walk over my own dead body before. And it's just little things like that that just it makes this game just memorable.
So D2 for the Dreamcast, is that ever ported to like PlayStation or?
No, it's only been on Dreamcast, so it's like, and there's no remake of it, so it's just like time forgot it.
So that's a Dreamcast exclusive.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna do the pictures anymore because it's easier just to do the YouTube.
Okay.
And the next one I'm going to do is similar to D2 as far as the character goes. Another one of the characters that I totally love. Obviously, D2 is in my good category. This one's good, but it's not so scary. And that's going to be this one right here, which you may recognize. Parasite Eve, which is one of my favorite games of all time. It's Squaresoft's attempt to make something that's kind of Resident Evil-y. But I mean, being that it's kind of it's action, but it's kind of turn-based when you're attacking, I guess you could say. It doesn't have that tension that a scary game should have. So, but it's this game is still widely loved. There were 3 games in the Parasite Eve series, and 2 and 3 have kind of been forgotten, but this one is still one that people want to see a comeback to. And there's actually someone making a kind of a spiritual successor to it right now. So we'll just see how that one turns out. Now I do have 2 more that I want to do.
All right.
And I'm gonna end with the craziest one of them all.
So if you're doing sequels to Parasite Eve, would the next one be called just Parasite? Or is it Parasite Day?
Yeah, I don't know.
Parasite Day. That's what you got, Parasite Eve and Parasite Day. Okay.
That's a good question. I don't know that one. Okay, but I'm going to move on to the next one. The next one, if people are watching this and they're big survival horror buffs and they know that they're following what's going on these days, we'll probably get some crap for this. But I don't care. This game is listed as overwhelmingly positive on Steam right now. And I put this in the bad category. And that's this game right here called SIGNALIS, which is an indie survival horror, but I don't know if you know how Humble Bundle makes their own games sometimes or produces the games.
Okay.
So I don't know if this would be classified as indie or how exactly this would be classified. All I know is be classified bad because this game, I will give the mood of it, the atmosphere, everything is so spot on. I mean, this is if you were to watch somebody play this, it's an amazing experience. And that's a lot of why people like it is because of the atmosphere. However, the biggest problem is the combat, the gameplay. Because it's kind of like a twin stick shooter survival horror game. So you have to use your right stick to aim, and there's really not much sympathy. So like I ran into so many problems where I'm totally aiming the wrong direction and even pushing the stick in the right directions, she doesn't spin around the correct way. And it just got to the point where I was like, dude, I am so done with this game. I don't like ever want to see it again. So, and I beat it up through the bad ending or whatever, and just said I could go on and keep doing it, but I have no desire at all. And I don't miss it. I'm glad it's gone. But if you want something that, if you don't care that the gameplay, the aiming is garbage, and you want something with like a lot of atmosphere, then this is definitely a game I'd recommend.
Cool. And that
So
is
that's that one.
SIGNALIS.
SIGNALIS, yeah. And now I have one more that I have to talk about, because this is going to go under the good category. And this is actually the most genuinely creepy game I have ever played in my life. But when you see it, you won't think that. So this is another indie game that I want to share, and it's called Faith.
Oh, sorry.
Faith, the Unholy Trinity.
Oh, you showed me this.
Yeah, okay. So I think, did you play this?
Yes.
Yes. So you know that this looks like Atari. But dude, it is so creepy. When like all the things come on the screen and start yelling in that like Atari voice, or like you can't see what you're going up against. I mean, they did this so well. So the only drawback, of course, is that it looks like an Atari game. So if graphics are a big issue to you, you're probably going to want to skip this. But I think that the graphics also play into the mood really well.
This is a game that's good for you if you like a horror game, but you also like remember the days of playing Atari at night when there's like no music.
Yeah.
The sound effects.
Yeah, and you die so easy in this game too. This is like one of those one hits and you're dead type of game. So, but this is one you have to use a sound on. You can't play without the sound. It doesn't have that same level of mood without the sound. So and you probably can pick this up pretty cheap. I mean, I put a review for this, and basically I was stating that this is more on the level of art in gaming, just the way the atmosphere and everything plays into it.
Hey, he's in the Lost Woods.
Exactly.
Or in this case, the Lost Graveyard. But
Yes. So I'm just trying to see if I can.
limbs.
Yes. See if I can find what. Oh, here we go. So this is kind of the style of like the cutscenes as well too. So even the cutscenes feel kind of like they're still in that Atari but cartoony feel.
This is what like computers at the time were doing.
Yes. Yeah, like DOS.
Yeah, or maybe like an Atari computer, like the R800 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or if you had a Commodore 64.
Yeah. All right. So I think that would be it. I mean, I could throw out some more, but I think we got a good list here.
Yeah.
So let me see. I'm just curious what to see if I have them. See what I have left. So just I do want to throw two out here that I just want to mention to look into. Killing Antidote, which we've already covered on this show. I think you'll remember that one, Ben, where it was kind of like a Resident Evil type game where there's technically booty in your face. But that game's coming together. I'll just do a quick video of it. That game is still in early access on Steam, but that one is getting actually pretty big. So I'll just throw up a quick screenshot or quick little video of it. So you'll probably remember it when you see it. Hopefully it's probably about halfway through early access.
This is like the new Resident Evils, like the remakes.
Yeah. They did a really good job on this.
Why is it so jumpy?
Oh, it's not jumpy on mine. It may be just the screen sharing.
Okay, yeah, it was a little clearer, but it was like shit. It was like a slideshow. All right.
Yeah, it could just be how the way the screen sharing works on what we're using. So that's one that I wanted to plug. The other one that I wanted to plug is this one. So Killing Antidote would be good. The next one is would be in Not So Scary, but it'd be in the good category of not so scary. And let me get that one up here. Hopefully it's not playing the video. There we go. There we go. Now let me share it. And this game is called Dead of Darkness. And this is kind of like Heaven's Dust. It's just like a Resident Evil type game. It's a pretty, I want to say easy game, but not too easy. It's an interesting game. It's not scary at all, really. There's actually there was a couple places where it got me to jump. But it's done in a cartoon style, so it won't really freak you out. But it's actually a good game. And I'm trying to see if there's a screen where he actually faces anything really quick here. We're trying really quick. All right, so anyway, so this is Dead of Darkness. Go take a look into it. I don't think it's all that much to get on Steam. I picked it up for a few bucks on Steam, and I played through it, and I didn't regret it at all. So there you go. There is your scary games for Halloween.
Cool.
Go pick up some good ones and enjoy them.
Yep. And with that, I think we're just about done here until next week when we do our horror movie collection. Right? Spooktacular. There we go. Spooktacular.
Yeah.
So until then, I'm gonna
ask for a favor on this one.
Yeah.
Can I get the last word on this one?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to give the last word. This is a special last word. I want to give this one to my new friend, who I had a nice little conversation with. So this is from Goof Turd to that person who probably will never hear it. Are you ready for the last word, Ben?
Go ahead.
Ammon.